Welcome to another episode of the Back Row Podcast. I'm Jake Rose with Jack Titzer, Logan Connor, Wyatt Flowers, Gavin Falco, and Ethan Pringle. Today we'll be talking about the current state of Fortnite, what TV shows we're watching right now, March Madness predictions, and if Valentine's Day is overrated. All right, so into the first topic, the current state of Fortnite, fellas.
Great.
I enjoy it.
It's better than it has been for the past year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say, but...
I think it's the best it's been ever.
Nope.
I disagree.
Nope.
Yeah, I would say it's good right now.
Yeah.
Better than anything that happened in Chapter 2.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything will ever top Chapter
Dude,
1.
Chapter 2 was the downfall of it.
Chapter 2 is so bad.
The entire
So
thing.
bad.
Season 3 and Season 4 of Chapter 1
Yeah. It was
were
on peak.
it was too
Fortnite.
it was too good.
Nostalgic. Best Fortnite.
I woke up at 4 a.m. one day to buy the Battle Pass.
I think the reason 3 and 4 are so like nostalgic is because that's when all your friends started playing. Like
Yeah.
you could have started playing before, but then they all started to get the hype, and then they started playing.
Yeah,
and like more people.
Like
played.
personally, I started in Season 3, and then from there, like everyone, like
I didn't even know about Xbox parties until
Yeah,
Fortnite.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
didn't know about that either. But okay, I'll take back my statement. I'll say 3 and 4 are probably the best, but right now the game where it's at is the most balanced it's
Yeah,
probably ever
I
been
agree.
in terms of weapons. Because like in Chapter 3, Chapter 4, you still had pumps where you could, still double pump. You could still hit for over 200. And now yes, the Spider-Man web slingers they're kind of annoying in the game
Not
right
kind
now.
of, extremely annoying.
But
No, I
I
love
say they
it.
just bring airplanes back.
No,
I-
no,
I
I mean,
no, no.
they bring mobility to the game we've
Not like
just never
Galaxy.
had before.
Yeah.
So
The only problem or like complaint I have with the weaponry right now is I still think the Stinger SMG is kind of
That's
too
correct.
Too
It's
good.
pretty
so
crazy.
good.
I think it's just something that needs
So
to be
good.
taken out. Honestly,
no, it's
like
so good.
even adding the machine pistol too. They added.
Yeah, I think
that.
that's too much. They need to take one away. Like,
machine
it's the
pistol-
same.
They got
amount.
way too many spray weapons
I
that
think
do
the
that
machine
much.
pistol, it sways too far left and right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
the
recoil is
Yeah,
too
I
much
think the
crazy.
Stinger's way better.
I'd agree with Stinger.
Stinger's better from farther away than the machine pistol.
Well, the
is.
Stinger, it's pretty much a substitute for an AR. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't have an AR, you're still going to have,
exactly
really good success with a
No.
Stinger from distance.
But those web slingers, dude, I'm terrified of those. Like I was playing a solo match last night, and I was hiding in a
You
building.
don't win with
and
them.
I hear
Yeah, you
I hear the web slingers, and I
Yeah.
get so scared.
You hear
I'm
them and
pissed.
you start looking around. You're
You
like,
know
You
those
start
are the kind of
shaking.
kids who are just going to start spraying.
Well,
into
like,
your
start
box,
shaking,
too.
yeah. Exactly.
You could build a whole fortress, and the guy will still get on top of you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like with Spidey's, it makes it like so much easier to like get across the map. Like in season
Yeah.
like 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah.
You got caught up in haunted hills. You gotta.
That's
march
what's
across the
awesome.
whole
Yeah, you
map.
got
That's
a
kind of funny.
You got a
car, no
15-minute
anything.
march.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, though, like the map's a lot bigger than the
Yeah.
old map, though. So
I like the map right
And
now.
you still have,
I
the
love
water
them.
where you can swim and stuff. You've got the
Mhm.
boats,
Yeah.
got the cars. The mobility is really good.
Yeah.
However, I do think, I think we can all agree that this map is better than Chapter 2. But
Yeah.
Chapter
Oh, yeah,
I
Chapter
didn't
two.
even play in chapter
Yeah.
two.
Chapter-
I didn't
I
play Chapter
I
2.
didn't play Chapter
The
Way
Chapter
too much
1
water.
map, best map I've ever seen in a battle royale, like any battle royale game. I'm talking like PUBG, like H1Z1, any of that. Like Fortnite Chapter 1, best map I've ever seen.
I heard
for a
that
battle
they
royale.
like based it off of like Poland or something a while ago. Like when we first started playing, they like based it off of something. I don't remember what it is though. I don't know.
I don't know
They
how it can be based off Poland. I don't know how
Yeah.
Wailing Woods can twist.
no, not like
Until the towers in
no, not
Poland.
like the location, the actual like geography of the map. Like they had
that
like
might be
And a
accurate.
volcano in the map.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah,
no,
there's a
no,
volcano.
I'm saying
I think it
like
means like the shape of the
yeah,
map.
the shape of it.
What?
That makes sense.
what was your guys' like OG drop spot? Season 3 and 4.
Oh, I was a big retail rail guy.
Greasy.
Yeah,
Big
I gotta go with Greasy Grill.
Fatal Fields.
Fatal Fields.
I went to the
It stays greasy for me. I went to greasy and I still go greasy.
Greasy.
Yeah, before Tilted got added in this season, me and Falco and Ian all stopped and dropped at Greasy.
Yeah.
No, retail. Retail is where it's at. I loved retail.
I miss retail, but I dropped there every game. Like it was either that or Pleasant Park in Chapter 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pleasant Park,
Factory,
yeah.
very underrated.
And
Yes.
season 4, I was a big Viking Village guy.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
how
I
now
can
I-
agree with that.
And then you hit the rifts and just go
Yep.
somewhere
I
else.
do like Lucky Landing too.
Lucky.
I
to-
do.
Lucky
Yeah,
Landing
I
was
love
fun.
it.
I love that.
The block, is that what it was called?
No.
The
Risky.
cube.
I didn't like the block.
I hated the block, dude.
I didn't like that.
It just felt unnatural.
Nah, risky.
I
I
like
like.
placed by the block.
Oh no.
Rocky.
Rocky.
I like
that
Risky.
now.
I loved
I mean,
Risky
it's
and I
the
like
same
Rocky
layout.
now.
You
So.
guys remember the Battle Pass challenge where you had to open 7 chests?
Oh
Dude,
my
it was terrible.
Yeah,
it
so
was
awful.
awful.
The whole lobby would
It's
drop.
The whole
there.
lobby would drop
The
at Risky
smallest
Grills.
POI on the map, and
there's like 4
least
chests
amount-
there.
Yeah. Oh, it was awful. God, it was awful.
They really set us up for that.
You guys
I do also like the Chapter 1 thing where you had the story. Like you had the first ever rocket, like
Yeah.
the live event. That was like
Yeah, like-
game-breaking period. Like that was the first ever.
The battle passes went I don't really know if there's a story this season because I haven't.
Kind
There
of.
is, yeah.
It's
It's
not like linear.
But season 3, 4, and 5, I know had really laid out storylines, and I actually paid attention
Everything
to
from
it.
chapter 1.
And, you do challenges to find out more of the story. I like that part. Of
Chapter
it.
1, Fortnite is the greatest game of all time.
Yeah, I agree.
I do agree.
Minecraft is close.
Minecraft is a
yeah.
close second.
Well, I don't think anybody.
That's probably 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's almost been 5 years and people are still playing it.
I know.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Minecraft's been around.
I'll
for-
say
Oh, I know Minecraft's been around for a
GTA
hot
Online
minute.
before
Yeah.
Oppressor Mark II's got added in.
Yeah, the oppressors are.
GTA Online is it's its own thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know how it's
It's
still
only
going,
getting
man. It's been
GTA
so
6
long.
comes out
They're
in
never,
2050.
they're never
Yeah.
gonna make a new one.
They announced they're making a new one though.
Really?
Yeah.
They
I said it's in
officially
production.
confirmed it. They've already.
Isn't it gonna be
started.
2025 or something like that?
Who knows?
Nah,
If
it'll
they
probably
just-
be 10 years.
Dude,
If
I'll
they
graduate
just started
college by the time
development,
that's-
yeah, it'll be.
I'll have-
way
You'll
longer.
have kids that
Yeah.
are gonna be playing
On a
that
house
game.
and kids.
You guys can't
Yeah.
watch me play this game.
Go. No.
yeah. I wouldn't say that, Jack.
All right, let's go.
Well.
So, what TV shows are we watching right now?
Hey, Pringle's watching Euphoria.
I am watching Euphoria.
Down
started
bad.
off. I didn't like it. I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna watch it."
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
My girlfriend made me watch an episode. I kind of liked it. It's a little weird though. First
I don't-
episode.
A little weird.
I mean, okay.
That's why you liked it.
extremely
All right.
Weird fella.
What's the appeal to it? Like every girl, any sort of class you go into, there's at least 5 freaking girls talking about it. in
I
a
mean,
little
it's
circle.
so unrealistic. It's
Yeah.
not like.
Is it?
What's it even about? I don't even know what
is
it's
it like
about.
the high school life?
It's
or
about,
something
it's about
like
this
that?
dude, Nate Jacobs, main character.
Okay.
Great guy.
No.
And then there's a girl named Maddie, and there's a girl named I think Cassie. I
Rue.
don't really know.
I know that.
Rue, or like Zendaya. Yeah.
Zendaya.
She's like a drug addict, like a hard drug addict. And then
I didn't watch that.
Cassie and Maddie are fighting over like Nate. Well, not in the beginning, but you just gotta watch it. It's hard to.
All I know is I watched the first episode and didn't make it through the first episode.
Okay, yeah, the first episode it's messed up, but you just gotta fight through it.
I was very
You gotta weather the
confused.
storm.
You gotta fight
You gotta
through
weather
it.
the storm and you'll be alright.
All right.
Okay,
It's
Jake,
not
how
for the
about you?
weak-minded.
Right now, I'm watching Breaking Bad. I've gotten through the
Great,
first
yeah.
season,
Great
and
show.
I'm about halfway through the second season, and so far, I'm really liking it.
It's really good. It gets better. Believe it or
Now with
not.
Mr. White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walter
I
White.
think
Walter
Walter
White,
is
yeah.
a great main character, and
Walter
I'm
White.
excited to see
He
how
fits it
he develops
perfectly,
from
dude.
here.
I agree. Jack.
I just wrapped up the Book of Boba Fett.
Good.
I love Star Wars. It was a great show. Really brought in Cad Bane. You got the
God,
Luke
man.
Skywalker, Ahsoka, the Mandalorian, and Grogu cameo. Loved it, and I'm excited for Obi-Wan Kenobi, which premieres May 25th.
Mr. Gimbal is a big fan of that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
me and
I
Mr.
love his
Gimbal
tweets
had
about it.
Big
good
Star Wars guy.
conversations about Star Wars.
Logan.
I'm watching Criminal Minds right now on Netflix.
Okay.
Love that show. Love
It's a
Criminal
classic. I
Minds.
know a lot of people like it.
I watched it originally, and then I don't even know what happened. My Netflix reset, and it restarted me at the beginning. I forgot what episode I was on, so I had to restart it. No complaints whatsoever, but great show.
Why?
I've been watching on YouTube Dying Light 2 because I already played Dying Light 1, and it took the game developers like 500 hours to make the game.
I got a question. What's that game about?
It's about zombies and open world stuff.
It's like a parkour zombie.
Yeah, it's like a parkour zombie game. You can explore.
Would you say the second one's better than the first? Like, obviously you haven't played the second one, but you've
Well,
seen it.
graphics wise, yeah. The story's pretty good from what I've seen so far, but I mean, it took them like 10 years to come out with a new game, so
Yeah.
you kind of have to play the first one again to really get the story, and then play the second one.
I like the first one.
Yeah, the first one was great. Kyle Crane.
Walker, what are you even watching these days?
I've been watching this AMC show called Justified. It's like take Breaking Bad and kind of like put it in like almost, kind of like a Wild West setting in Kentucky. You got
Wait a
the-
minute.
Like-
I'm not gonna ignore the fact you said Wild West in
Well,
Kentucky.
like the main character is like this almost wannabe cowboy. Like he's
Northeast, South. Wait a minute.
he's a marshal for the United States, but he acts like a cowboy. He's a gunslinger, and he's pretty cool,
He's a
honestly.
gunslinger.
But it's like you take Breaking Bad and you put like, all the cop stuff in it, and it's really good. I don't think I explained it well, but
it's all right.
It sounds like a good
Some
show.
things are hard to explain.
it's really good. It's hard to explain because of how many characters there are and stuff in it, and it changes every episode.
If you have never watched Yellowstone, I
Dude,
highly
I love
recommend that.
Yellowstone.
It's so good. Best TV show I've ever watched. I watched it in like 2 weeks.
Does
Don't
it beat
take
Breaking
long.
Bad? Because Breaking Bad's the best TV show.
I've never
ever
watched
seen.
Breaking Bad.
I've seen both. I think Yellowstone and
It's
Breaking
insane.
Bad.
It's
I think
insane.
Yellowstone might be better. It depends on what you're into, though. It depends on like.
That's a huge.
It
step.
makes you want to
My
ride a
favorite
horse.
TV
It makes
show
you want
of
to get a
all time.
ranch.
Yeah,
and just ride a
it
horse.
makes you want to live
Alright.
in Montana and
For real.
talk to nobody and.
Now,
It just depends. It just depends on your interests.
Now, has anyone seen Vampire Diaries?
No, Jack.
No, Jack. I'm sorry.
Have
It's
you?
very-
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I watched it all. Very good.
How many seasons?
There's 8 seasons.
No,
You
wow.
watched all of
Wow.
it?
All
Watch
of it.
all that.
Oh, okay.
All of it.
seasons?
Like willingly?
Willingly.
8 seasons. How many
Well,
episodes?
or
per
like
season?
Well,
did your girlfriend make you?
She told me to watch it, and I was like, "This is gonna be stupid." And I watched like the first 15 episodes in one night.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's so
Oh my
good.
God. Dude, Too Hot to Handle on Netflix.
Tears were
Season
shed.
3 is trash.
Oh, I agree.
I feel like the
I
whole
agree.
thing's
Season
trash.
1,
It is.
Prime, and just went downhill from there.
I know if Ian was here, he would talk to you a lot about Too Hot to
I was
Handle.
just saying.
I
I'm
love
pretty sure
that
Ian
show.
loves that. He's weird.
Ian's got some.
Missing Ian today.
Yeah.
Missing him.
Rest in peace.
Too Hot to
No,
Handle.
ripping.
It's got to be scripted now because
Yeah.
no way people are like, let's go on a.
Well, they tell them that it's like this thing called like Paradise Island.
No way you believe that though. After Too Hot to Handle's been a thing for years now, no way you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to Paradise Island.
Well,
and
I disagree with you.
You-
If you say
I didn't know what it
go
was.
on this game
Yeah, I
show
didn't know what
where
it
you
was
can
either.
win a whole bunch of money, you're not gonna be like,
I'm gonna
oh
fall for
no,
that,
I'm
yeah.
not doing
No,
this. I'm
nah.
like,
I like money in games,
Yeah.
so I'm not
And
gonna
and they're
say
telling you gonna be a
that's
whole
bad.
bunch of good-looking
Yeah.
women and a whole bunch of like.
Yeah, but they
people
say
that
there's
are
kind of
attracted to you,
party
you're gonna
and
go.
like I still
I would
after
go.
Too Hot to Handle's after
I would
Too Hot to
go.
Handle's been a thing for so long though. I don't
Yeah,
think
but they don't
like,
know it's Too Hot to Handle.
well,
They
obviously.
change the name every time. It's not that they don't tell them it's the same.
Okay.
thing.
I'm sure.
Well,
like, they
agree-
use, like,
agree
some
to
sort
say-
of code name or something.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
Agree
Yeah.
to
Or
disagree.
they're like, oh, this is the show, and then they tell them once they get there.
Well,
so.
season 3 sucks.
All right. All right. So, what about our March Madness prediction?
Dude, Providence, sleeper pick. Honestly,
Listen, Rutgers, mark my words.
you've been saying
I
that. You've
gotta
been saying
go
that for
with
weeks.
Pringle.
You've been saying that for a couple weeks.
Rutgers is a sleeper team. In
Ron
the
Harper Jr. is a dog.
Dude, he's a
Arkansas
shooter.
dog.
He's a shooter.
Arkansas might be my super
Yeah,
pick.
they're good.
They're not bad,
They took
though.
Auburn.
Yeah.
What about that Tennessee game last night against Kentucky?
They
beat them by
blew them
20.
out.
Who did
Blew them out.
I saw the clip of it, but I forget who South Carolina beat last night.
Ole
It was
Miss.
like a half-court shot.
It was like
Oh.
Ole Miss, I think.
Yeah, it was Ole Miss. They
Yeah.
beat Ole Miss.
Yeah.
In
That was an
overtime
insane
on a
shot.
half quarter.
Yeah.
Insane shot. Like that's
Honestly-
that's giving me March Madness vibes already.
My sleeper's Providence. They're my sleeper Final Four pick.
They're good.
If they finish out the rest of the season, win the rest of their games, I think they'll be really good.
Yeah, they're definitely a tough team to beat. I would
Yeah.
say.
Fortunately, IU is
Awful this year. We're so
Like,
bad.
bad.
We're so
Lucky to
bad
make
this
the
year.
NIT.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I think if we win out though and beat Purdue, it's very unlikely to happen in
twice.
Mackey.
No way we sweep Purdue.
Now, I said the same thing when we went into Assembly Hall. You beat us, but at Mackey,
It's gonna be a different story.
I don't know.
It's so hard to
Yeah.
beat Purdue and Mackey. If we can do it somehow though, I think
Jaden
The
Ivey
only team that's done it this year
Yeah.
is Wisconsin.
the
Wisconsin is
Wisconsin's
dang.
good.
They're dang good, yeah.
They're dang good again.
Michigan State just got beat by
Johnny
Penn
Davis.
State too.
Big
Yeah,
Ten is
true.
wild this year.
The Big
It's
Ten
wild
is
every
wild.
year.
Anyone can beat anyone in the
It's
Big Ten
always
this year.
crazy.
There's no dominant team.
But I think if IU goes into Purdue and beats Purdue, then there's no way you keep them out. You can't sweep Purdue and not be in.
And it depends how they perform in the Big Ten tournament. Too.
Yeah.
That will help.
Yeah.
They've also got to beat Ohio State again because if they sweep Ohio State,
Yeah.
that looks
Yeah,
good
you
too.
can't keep them out. They beat.
If
two top
IU
40
comes into
teams twice.
Purdue and beats Purdue, I will not come to school for a week.
Oh, I think that's a win-win.
Didn't you not come to school? after
Wow.
Didn't you not come to school after the North Texas game?
That was also your birthday though, so that was brutal.
Don't want to talk about that.
That sucks.
I think this year's gonna be crazy. I think there's gonna be a lot of
I
upsets.
agree. I think
I'm excited. I can't.
I think
wait.
Purdue
there's
gets
a
it done this
definitive
year.
number one.
I think Purdue makes it to the Final Four this
Yeah.
year. I think this is
I think
if
they
they're.
get-
Go ahead, Jack.
You got it.
If there's a year that they've been they've been really good the last
On
5
paper,
years.
we are like the most efficient offense, but our defense is
Defense
so
is
pitiful.
terrible.
And if we don't play good defense and play the way that we've been playing, we will not make it past the Sweet 16.
See, IU's thing is they got no offense.
Yeah, exactly. I use the exact
Last night
opposite.
against Wisconsin, the bench had 8 points combined. and the starters had everything else.
That's what I was about to say.
Cannot win games like that.
And the post guys had the majority of the team's points. Like
Pacers
Trace
will
and
have a lead
Race
for so
had
long and then just
Yeah.
give it up.
43, I think, or something
Trace
like
had
that.
30 of them.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good postseason.
I agree. Hope IU makes it, but who
Yeah.
knows?
I mean, I just want to see the Big Ten succeed, so I want
Yeah.
IU to make it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I wouldn't be like. Oh,
I think
no,
I think the
so-
last like 5 years, if there's been a good chance of a Big Ten team winning, it'll be this year.
I agree.
There's just so many good teams.
I mean, Gonzaga's always good, but I mean, they play nobody through their conference.
I don't think
agree.
I don't think they're as good
Conference
as people
is so
think they are
bad.
this year.
No, I think
I think Chet Holmgren's the most overrated player.
I agree.
Auburn-
So,
Auburn's
so
a solid
overrated.
team.
I mean,
So
he's a
bad.
dog, but he's overrated.
He's so bad.
I don't know. Arkansas. They're my
Lots of
sleeper.
sleepers.
Last
Jake,
topic.
sleeper pick.
Nope.
Do you have a sleeper pick? I know you're
Outside-
IU diehard. but,
Well,
like,
I
they ain't
I know
gonna
the
get
truth
you.
about IU, and that's that they will never do anything in the tournament. But
It's just the harsh truth.
I think I got to go with Pringle here and say Rutgers
Yeah.
is the sleeper.
Rutgers to win a national championship in basketball.
Well, not that maybe not the
even-
Elite
bad
Eight
either.
sleeper.
Yeah.
But
I think
I
they
could
just go far.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about teams I thought could win. I think Arkansas could
I
win.
mean,
I
I think teams to win it. I mean, it's hard to say a sleeper to win it all, but like as
Yeah.
far as like teams that I think will win it all, I mean, Purdue's up there, Duke's up there, Kentucky's up there. But I mean,
Kansas,
those would be
maybe.
I think Kansas.
Kansas
is up there.
always falls
Kansas,
flat.
Yeah, they always do. Their offense is crazy good this year, though.
yeah,
Wisconsin's solid, but they need some good bigs.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean they could.
Johnny
Trace
Davis is a
like
dog, but yeah, they can, when
Yeah.
they go up against an All-American, they.
I think
just
Michigan
fall
State
apart.
will do good. I mean,
I think
Tom
they can be
Izzo,
good, yeah.
one of the best coaches ever.
Well, yeah.
All right, what's the last topic for the day?
Is Valentine's Day overrated?
We can all agree it is. And
I
I'm not-
disagree.
Yeah, I disagree.
I don't
I like
know
it.
what you guys say.
I think the two single ones think it's overrated.
Yeah, you want to know why?
But-
Because you're wasting your entire life. Like, no, okay, no, hear me out. Hear me out. We're in high school, right? You guys are gonna go to college. You gonna go to college. You're gonna go to college. You're gonna go to college. Probably not. No.
Yo,
wow.
It
I'm
isn't just
joking.
about like girlfriend and boyfriend.
Yeah,
No, I'm
It's
s-
your family.
yeah,
too.
yeah.
It's about all the
I think
people
it's
who
about
love and love
everybody.
you.
Well, most people make it about their girlfriends. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna go
agree.
buy
Do
my
I
mom
think
a
it's
box of chocolates
do I
and
think it's
flowers,
slightly
but-
overrated? Yes, but do
You
I
make
think it's
your-
also good to show people
You
that you
need- yeah,
appreciate
I
them?
agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will agree with
Yeah.
that. I will agree with that. I think, but I do also agree with Wyatt that it's more about your significant other than anything else.
Well, yeah.
And yes, I'm single, but I've also seen people like drop a whole paycheck on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not.
Yeah.
that's
where
where people take it too far.
That's
Like,
where
And
I think
then
it's
receive,
overrated.
and then get something back that's not even worth
Yeah.
it, or maybe
Yeah.
not even get anything.
disclose
back.
information how much money I spent
I
on
mean,
Valentine's Day.
My
this year.
mom may or may
To
not
make or
have
break in a
$50.
relationship.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
I paid for dinner last night, like $60. I was like,
You're in too deep, man.
Jack breaking the bank.
And
I
you
was
know,
like,
and you
Jack
know
Reed,
the
Jack.
restaurants will hike their prices because.
Oh
of
yeah,
that,
'cause
right?
they know
Oh, yeah.
people are gonna.
Yep.
Yeah, they
So-
Especially if you have a reservation, like.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna. Oh god, those prices are.
I
insane.
freeballed it. No reservation. Just went.
Wow.
in there,
That's
got
bold.
lucky.
That is bold.
How
That
did
is
you-
extremely
wait, where'd you
bold.
go? Where'd you go?
Willard.
Oh.
Wow.
Dang, I'm
You
surprised
did break the
you got
bank.
it.
Yeah, gee.
All right, I think that's going to be it for today's episode of the Back Row Podcast. Once again, I'm Jake Rose with Jack Titzer.
My bad.
Logan Connor, Wyatt Flowers, Gavin Falco, and Ethan Pringle. Signing off.